Yo. Is that you there, Canalgas? I'm actually just on here testing. Got to do some better settings on my stuff. Trying to see if I can get a decent signal on Instagram along with the other places. Because we can't very well see my face or nothing on the screen. So I gotta figure out a way to to get this signal to actually show my full video view. I mean, I don't mind having it just showing my shit like this. But it does have a significant lag compared to the other video formats. And I'm talking by like, from what I'm seeing, a good 30 seconds or more of lag. I think there's probably a lot more security on Instagram than on the other platforms. Don't want to get nailed for copyright infringement. But I will say, we had a pretty good evening, me and the youngin'. We decided to go to a coffee shop out in Pasco, Café con Arte. Pretty beautiful little joint. Went ahead and introduced her to, I believe she had a mocha. She beat me at Battleship, and then I whooped her ass a few times at a pinche, what's that? Connect Four. We were gonna play checkers, but all that stupid board had was chess pieces, because it was one of those combination games. But yeah, I got my monkey ass whipped on Battleship. It was a good little time. And I don't know how long I'm going to be on here. Probably just a couple minutes. Because I'm showing off. Now, get a little bit of a better camera view here. But I frequent the Hobby Lobby. You know, politically I don't like it, but goddamn, the stuff there is affordable. And these paintings, I've been doing these with acrylic. And acrylic, pretty much any type of acrylic will work with any other type of acrylic really well. And so typically I use markers that are acrylic. Now they put out acrylic paint. These are my fancy pants ones. Poscas. I love them. But they've got a big old round nib. Not very good for fine detail, which I paint small enough. I need that. I do have a couple of new smaller brushes, and I'll check that out. See, we have this little guy right here. It's the Master's Touch Monogram. So that is a little fine line guy. Good for getting some details in there. But the thing about brushes is they run out. You have to paint and such with them. Oh my gosh, that's gonna get on my last nerve. I've got to fly away and go back and throw this brush in their face. Be like, why are you selling me this faulty shit? I'll be the, I'm probably already one of the most aggressive bastards that you're going to see in an art store. That's not difficult. Okay, but I got these other acrylic markers that actually blend with the Posca, because Poscas are acrylic. Now these, you get a little more control over, but they are also quite broad. You know, they can go to a fine tip for a moment, but they cannot get a great amount of detail. So I was actually going to order some fine tip acrylic online, but after we got out of the coffee shop today, decided to head down to the good old Hobby Lobby. And these are acrylics. These are Master Touch. These are one of the Hobby Lobby brands. But look at how just beautiful little fine tip that has. Me likey. That's gonna work something fierce for bringing in some details here. Yep. That'll work just fine, says I. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and see if we can lay in a couple of fine lines right now. And a couple of troublesome areas. I'm actually going to use my old man magnifier. That way I can feel like I see what I'm doing. Oh yes. Ladies and gents, that is the amount of control I was looking for. And a pretty oh yes, that's lovely. Yep. I'm satisfied, peeps. I'm excited for that. So I just wanted to get on here and get a couple things out of the way. Firstly, went ahead and just wanted to make sure, holy shit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something about that camera. It's gonna bleed me out like that. Jesus. So yeah, on Instagram you might not be able to see me, but on the other platforms, and this is just a test, but I look like the footage of those glowing aliens from Cocoon. Sounds about right. I am stressed and depressed. Oh yeah, these are gonna work well. It's exciting, but it's also pushing 1 in the fucking morning. See, we're past 1 in the morning. Here I am like a goddamn 10-year-old watching Indiana Jones and playing with new toys. Well, what else are you gonna do when you're an 80s kid? Well, that was a brief little test. The briefest you could possibly get. Well, I guess the other chats, I better make sure they can set up. While I'm here on Instagram, chat is live. Go ahead and do a little test there. Yep, that works. I tell you, this is exciting. Here, calibrating and shit. And it says I'm live. But I do got to get my shit together on these broadcasts. Need to actually schedule some stuff. I've got quite a few. I've got quite a few broadcasts I've already done. Streaming, what the fuck ever it is. You know, I always see these VTubers. I have no idea what to make of that. I mean, it's cool. I understand the warm blanket of anonymity, or even you know, just presenting a certain personality that you may not feel like you have permission or clearance to, without a little bit of a animated shroud. Alright, I know chat's available. Testing on all. Oh yeah, that works. That works rather well. Pretty satisfied with this, my peeps. I'm excited to get working on this stuff with well, some of this new materials. I think this is going to give me permission for my goddamn creativities to run wild. Because I think I'm actually going to be able to get a uniform color. And a large variety of colors now that I think about it. Yep. I can see it already. We've got control. Much control. That's actually going to allow me to come in later. And increase the saturation on these reds. Some good color bouncing in here. Oh yeah, that's starting to look pretty damn good on camera. I need to fucking stop. We're gonna hit 2 or 3 in the morning if I don't stop. This was just a test. I'm done. All right. I'm done. I gotta be the bigger man here, the adult and shit. All right. Well, if you checked me out for even this little brief minute, I appreciate it. I will be on soon enough. In the next couple of days, I'll send out announcements. Subscribe, follow. Make sure that if you have a question, any concerns, any suggestions, hit me up in my messages, and I guarantee I will give it a look, give it consideration, and perhaps you rise to the rank of exalted. You never know. But that's where we're going to leave it. So, thanks for showing up, and we'll talk to you later.